going along and making a reasonable income, and you have a job with a 401k being put aside for you, and you have Social Security.
Warren Buffett is likely someone you are familiar with as the CEO of the business he developed over time, Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett's net worth currently stands at $98.2 billion. That is pretty amazing. But his frugal ways and excellent financial sense are much more astounding than his billions. A prosperous financial future depends on having sound financial education. Without them, not only will your bank account remain empty, but your life will also be characterized by constant tension, anxiety, and desperation. Although bad habits will not make you poor today, they will put you at risk of being one when retirement time rolls around and your funds are practically non-existent. Here are 7 money habits Warren Buffett shared in public that keep most people broke and poor. Number 1. Unhealthy money habits. If you do not keep track of your money and do not have a budget, it is easy to spend too much and end up in debt. It is important to invest your money wisely, instead of just putting it in savings account or keeping it all in cash. Bad money habits can also cause stress about money and make it hard to make ends meet. So, you should be aware of how you spend your money and make a conscious effort to form good money habits. Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors in history, and he says that his good money habits are a big reason. He tells people to invest in quality companies that have an edge over their competitors and to put their profits back into the business. Most of what people do is habitual. In a speech at the University of Florida in 2007, Buffett said, "The best thing to do while watching Breaking Bad is to work on making good money habits." Number 2. Lack of budgeting. If you are not careful, you can lose money without even realizing it. This is especially true if you do not have money set aside. If you do not have a budget, it is easy to spend too much on things you might not even need. You might eat out more than you should, or buy things you do not need just because they are on sale. It is important to keep in mind that something being on sale does not mean you have to buy it. One of the quickest ways to ruin your finances is to buy too much. To get ahead financially, you'll need to start keeping track of what you spend and making a budget. These will help you be more aware of how you spend your money and make better choices. Before we go any further, we have a small task for you. Please take a moment to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can always see our newest videos. Number 3. Lack of emergency savings. It is no secret that not having any emergency savings is one of the main reasons people are broke and poor. Warren Buffett famously put it this way: "If you do not find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." Why is it so important to have savings for emergencies? Because it gives you something to fall back on if something goes wrong. Things can go wrong at any time in life because life is unpredictable. If you do not have emergency savings, you are much more likely to go into debt if something unexpected happens. People do not have emergency savings for 2 main reasons. The first is that they do not make enough money. If you do not make much money, it can be hard to save anything. The second reason is that most people spend all the money they make instead of saving some for bad times. To stop being broke and poor, you need to start saving money for an emergency. Try to save enough money to cover your living costs for at least 3 to 6 months, so you know you will be okay if something goes wrong. Start small, and remember that even $5 a week can add up over time if you need to. Number 4. Trying to keep up with the Jonases. You will always spend more than you can afford if you try to keep up with your friends and neighbors. You should focus on your own financial goals instead of what other people have. Keeping up with the Jonases is probably what most people do. You recognize them: the family across the street with the new car, the big house, and the perfect life. You cannot help but wonder how they always seem to have money. In reality, the Jonases are probably not that different from you. They live from paycheck to paycheck and have so much debt that they cannot see out of their eyes. The only difference is that they have learned to live on less money and save it instead of spending it. If you want to be as rich as the Jonases or even richer, you need to change how you spend your money. Start by not spending money and putting it away. Save at least 10% of your income so you will have something to fall back on when times are hard. By doing these easy things, you can stop trying to keep up with the Jonases. Number 5. Not tracking your spending. If you do not know where your money is going, you could end up in financial trouble. You need to know how you spend your money so you can make changes if you need to. If you want to improve your finances, you need to know how you spend your money. Too many people just wing it when it comes to their money. And because of this, they never really know where their money is going. This lack of knowledge can keep you stuck in a cycle of debt and money problems. To avoid this, keep a close eye on how much you spend. Know where your money goes each month and make changes as needed. Buffett says to write down every expense in a simple ledger so that you always know where your money is going. This may seem like a boring thing to do, but it is important if you want to get a good grip on your money. Once you are keeping track of your spending, you can start making changes that will help you save money and reach your financial goals. Number 6. Paying lots of taxes. It is important to pay taxes if you want to live in a society. They help pay for the government and make sure everyone has what they need. But it can also be hard to pay taxes, especially if they are high. Some people might try to avoid paying taxes. Usually though, this is not possible or a good idea. In the end, everyone needs to pay their fair share of taxes for the society to work well. There are many ways to pay your taxes and save money at the same time. Using a tax advantage account like 401k or an IRA is one way to save money. Itemizing your deductions is another way to save money. This can save you money on your taxes by letting you deduct things like your mortgage, interests, charitable donations, and medical costs. You can also use tax credits, which can cut your tax bill by up to $1,000. Lastly, if you cannot pay for your taxes in full, you can try to work out a payment plan with the IRS. Number 7. Lifestyle inflation. When you spend more than you have, you are living beyond your means. This can lead to debt and other financial problems. Also, inflation can hurt your ability to buy things, making it hard to keep up with your lifestyle. Because of this, you may find yourself struggling to make ends meet and living a way of life that is way out of your budget. For example, let's say you make $50,000 a year and spend $40,000 of it. You are living on 80% of your income and putting 20% of it away. But after that, you get a raise to $60,000 a year. Most people do what? They start spending $50,000 and living on 83% of what they make. Their rate of savings drops to 17%. Lifestyle creep is a risky thing to do because it means you are not really getting any closer to being rich. You always just stay in the same place. To avoid lifestyle creep, you need to be aware of it and make conscious effort to keep your spending in check as your income goes up. The 50-30-20 rule is one way to do this, that we already covered in the video Top 10 Warren Buffett Saving Tips. Millionaire Mind Show host Dolly J says, "It does not matter how much money you make if you do not know how to manage it." That's all for this video. If you made it till the end, make sure to like and subscribe with the subscribe button popping on your screen. See you in our tomorrow's video.